What's up, man? It's your boy B.Game checking in, man. Want to talk a little bit how about me and Ski Bullets met, how we came about, collaborating on the mixtape and what we had planned. We met at Buffalo Wild Wings in Hampton. We were both cooks there. First couple of days, I heard, he liked music. I like music.
When I got off that day, I think I got off around about 3 o'clock. Maybe 2 hours after B.Dot, he got off, and I got a call.
What's up, B.Dot? What you doing, bro? Man, I just clocked out.
But you know how it is. I didn't know how nice he was or anything like that, because there's a lot of people that come in there and say they can rap and this and that. So I had a studio at the time. He ended up coming through, and I started recording him, and I was like, damn.
In the head, cold days, hot nights, feeling like it's not life. 4 cases, what quarter pointers, and could've got life.
Came through in the studio, started recording him, and I was like, man, dude is fire, man. I hollered at him, approached him, you want to do a couple records together? So when
I recorded that verse, he was like, yo, you really be spitting, yo, that was hot. That was hot, we need to do something together. I'm like, bet. So we started working on a record. I believe the first record we started working on was This Life Ain't Right.
So we ended up linking up real soon. I think we did a couple tracks, and we ended up coming up with the idea, let's just do a mixtape. History in the making. I think our first record off there was Life Ain't Right.
It was a real big record. Like when we put it out, a lot of people were sharing it. It got a lot of comments on YouTube.
We kind of brought everything to live, in the video, and it was a real good turnout. We got a lot of good feedback from it. Definitely a success, and one of my favorite videos to this day.
This life ain't nice. I'm just out here trying to make it right. This life ain't nice. I'm just out here trying to make it right. This life ain't nice. I'm just out here trying to make it right.
Life ain't right, but do it's supposed to be. Every day death approaching me. That's why I keep the naked gun on me. Niggas hostess me. I earn my stripes in the streets just like a trophy be. Babies gotta eat, and guess who gotta make the groceries? This life ain't right. I had them grams scrambling. Fiends was bringing me change like I was panhandling.
I want to talk about a record we did. It was called Real Talk. We shouted out a real historical monument in the city. It's called Fort Monroe. It's an old base, and just got they got old jails and old buildings, just old rusted, history look, which sticks to the concept of history in the making. So I really thought it would be a good idea, and the video turned out great. The song, me and Steve, was called Real Talk, real deep message. The video was a lot of fun. Like I said, it was a lot of historical things. I think we had my man Killer on the hook, if I'm not mistaken. We shot that down in Buckrow as well, right off of Phoebus is Fort Monroe's at, but the nearest city is Buckrow. So we shot him over there. But I really think that thing came together real good. We got a lot of positive feedback about that. And to be honest, I think that was one of my favorite records that was off the mixtape, History in the Making.
The biggest buzz we got from the video would have to be 187.
Hampton, Newport News is a small area. So was a couple guys, talking kind of reckless about how they only ones making noise out of Virginia. And
it made a lot of people start commenting on the chemistry. Most of the feedback was good. Some of the feedback was negative. But I think it was another local artist who put up a status saying that a certain individual artist was the only artist who had a real movement going on in the city. We ain't take that very well.
So of course we had to speak upon it. So we had dropped this disc record called 187.
So also put up a status once I released the record on SoundCloud. Like, y'all artists got 72 hours, 3 days to respond to this record.
A couple guys, they came back on records, and won't nothing holding the candle to 187. We had a lot of positive feedback from that. A lot of hate, of course, it's a diss record, so it's going to be people that choose sides and their own opinions and stuff. But I feel like 187, I think, with me and Skeet was our probably one of our most buzzingest records. Of course, it's a disc. You know, anytime you have any type of turmoil, it's gonna stir a lot of views, a lot of ears, a lot of people gassing it up. And we ended up actually going to one of the guys' studio, shooting some footage in his own studio.
I want to hear
You know, to let them know what time it was, basically.
It topped every video that myself and B got head out at the time in views.
That one was definitely a class record, and to this day, people still talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And it was a fun record, fun video to shoot, and definitely was a staple on History in the Making. I'm gonna talk about a record that Skeet actually brought over. He had the instrumental playing in the car, and it was a real catchy instrumental. And I want to say he already had the hook and his whole verse and everything spit in the car, and it was just a real catchy, you know, single kind of quality song. It's called Easy Flow, like I said, and we shot the video. I believe we shot that out by the basketball court, right off the Interstate 64. But I say that time period. Then after the 187, you know, a lot of stuff. Skeet was, you know, going through school and taking a lot of time with that. And I actually had just started a construction company, and through all that I had moved. So me and Skeet kind of, you know, not say we separated, you know, communication just kind of fell off a little bit.
We ran into a few obstacles in the road, everyday life activities that caused us to face a major setback.
And I was focused on, I just had a new baby, and I was focused on, you know, trying to get the business up and running. My wife actually wasn't working at the time, so, you know, the music thing kind of, you know, put it on the side for a little bit. And Skeet, like I said, he was going to school. I think he had just started a new job, and you know, he got kids as well. So, you know, at the time, it's kind of funny that it's, you know, the mixtape's called History in the Making, because I believe, you know, it's still in the making. And I believe, you know, when me and Skeet are together, you know, I mean, you know, a lot of fireworks was going off in the speakers, if you know what I'm saying. Anybody that hear it, they can't deny it. I just really feel like, you know, we need to get back to it. Now that, especially that I'm firm, I moved, you know, my son's getting a little older. I feel like if we come together, you know, we get to really pick up where it left off and some. You know, I feel like we, you know, prematurely probably separated. I ain't gonna say it's his fault or my fault, but it's definitely, you know, shit, we still young, and I definitely feel like, you know, we were just talking about it actually, that we're gonna, you know, make a little comeback at this thing. And History in the Making, though, you know, that's gonna be a classic forever. You know, me and Skeet Bullet's music are not always gonna be, you know, down for whenever. Down, you know what I mean? So History in the Making, Skeet Bullets beat our game. You know what it is.
So now it's time to pick the music back up, drop History in the Making, brush the dirt off the old records, create a few new records. At the end of the day, even the old records are new to the fans because they haven't heard the records, they're just actually old to us. So we're about to go back into the studio, and hopefully before the year over, if not late December, early January, we will be dropping History in the Making.